CAG as well. They managed to really still survive through the whole initial gauntlet against Team Anyos as well. This is actually a pretty solid turnaround with already Railgun getting the better of Souffle. 4 versus 3. Azuki now not really feeling particularly too healthy, and neither is Jogor, as it's all down to Azuki and Pikanzu remaining to do anything. And as of now, well, the push for the plant is actually starting to go down.
Yeah, it looks like Railgun will be able to get this plant down. Back to a 2v2 though, trade in blue, and we're down to the 1v1. Railgun will get the plant down, leaving Azuki on very low HP. One smoke canister still in pocket, so should be able to isolate this gunfight. Maybe tick down Railgun if he's able to find the right spot.
Well, that could be big. That gas grenade is actually huge, and the timing is absolutely devastating here as well, as Railgun does fall to the hands of Azuki. First round to go into the hands of Daystar, and that is actually a pretty solid turnaround, albeit, look, still a 1v1. Not something that you want to start your defense off the back of, but regardless.
It's interesting to not see a thermite come out, given that it is still up on the side of all gamers. So getting this CC wall will basically come down to the Maverick. Trade comes back and forth there at the garage. Such a long time. Back even when I was playing. 45 seconds left. They're going to have to get a bit of a move on this execute.
Yeah, with already AG, though, still managing to bleed the defense. Finally, some pressure starting to come on through. The trades are all on in. Seal is the last man standing in the UMP. Look, whilst in some hands it may be the weapon of greatness, but against the Blitz rushing you down, I don't think that there's much that can be really sorted out here. Already full flood onto the site means that this is a full and firm control for Daystar. This is going to be most certainly very much of a forfeited, absolutely dicey 22-21, and the timer continues to tick on. Castle is yet to be found. As a matter of fact, any sort of kill is yet to be found, and only now Pikanzo does fall. 13 seconds. This is looking to be an absolute bloodbath as Seal does pick up solo mid. MC goes in for the plan. Moonlight gets the better of Souffle. This is all looking like a complete bloodbath, but no Moonlight. Absolutely the gunslinging days of triple kill as well to boot.
They still had so much control downstairs. Garage really wasn't pressured, so that he'd be able to hold the cross in towards Cash, but down. As they take blue control, it's going to be very last minute, as you said.
Yeah, 30 seconds once again. Now it's time for the drop down. Yeah, the Blitz is having an absolutely jolly time there, being blasted by the Evil Eyes, and everyone is falling apart, really, here. AG certainly faltered quite for the action to begin already. Precious to start coming on through. Solo mid taking a bit of the damage. Already a jump in as well coming in, but already the disruption is severe. But Solo mid still manages to sneak in the shot. So is Moonlight. 3 versus 2. All of a sudden, Daystar, the team that had so much prepared, such an intricate denial plan, all completely falters, fell apart, and basically deemed null. As now it's all down to Jogor to try to isolate those 3 gunfights, but even he might not be fully aware. He is, in fact, though. Yaz falls. One more to try to shut down. That's done. Now one more remaining shotgun as well in the hands, and in fact, he does line it all up. Vinny, Daystar, the moment we start doubting them, they just rock up.
I mean, it's so disappointing for all gamers, isn't it? They did everything right. That Jacuzzi execute was really well done. Took all the control they needed. And then
the engagements, really, for all gamers. And even then, with Souffle falling, there's still plenty of space to really work around with as Moonlight falls. And this is an excellent cover. This is a second one as well as MC goes down 2. All of a sudden, 3 members of AG, all completely separated. Solomid and Yaz are the last men standing as Pikanzu just continues ripping through the opposition. For Daystar, this is a solid day to play Clubhouse. Maybe not just yet. All gamers still in the play.
No cap tower bolts left to clear him out, but a couple of smokes, maybe to close off a few of these angles so they can isolate this fight. One will go out. That first fight will come through. A lot of shots raining out, and they will clear him out. Solo mid taking out that kill. Jogor will be relinquishing that position. 15 seconds left. And Peak is in a really solid spot here. They're not going to clear him out. Anybody jumps through that CC window, they will get taken out, but Piku will find that. Just leaves Yas in the 2v1, and I mean, this crossfire is pretty much unbeatable. Time will run out.
They can be quite a potent roster the moment they get to their something like an ace, who would be considered, like you've highlighted before, Vinny, more of a meta choice. And then Azami,
the side of the attacking team, and of course is able to take fights as well, which is sort of the difference between that and Monty. Railgun's actually going to find 2 on the main stairs, trying to work their way down and get a 3rd with the barbed wire. Round is basically over, 4v2. They're going to try to take blue control in the meantime and drop down the moto hatch, but
Daystar a little bit stuck here between a rock and a hard place. Though, Railgun does finally fall, and that opens up the approach for Pecan as well to try to reinforce Souffle. Get a little bit more dice here, so it is up to Souffle to potentially make that opening happen, and in fact, he will be. Pull down to Solomid and Moonlight. Right now, one holding the 90 hallway. One might need to go in for a bit of a rotate as well, so far, so good. All gamers just need to pace themselves. Of a calm before the storm. Souffle does go in for the plan. Is there going to be denial? No. Solomid is the last man standing. Shotgun does ring out. That's 1. Is there going to be 2? Pre-fire galore. Solomid does have the SMG-12, a much more preferable weapon, but no, it's those potential points to at least keep an eye out for. Already some of the pings starting to come on through. The information flow is absolutely great here, but Solomid claiming Azuki, that is a big one. So is Souffle, does fall amidst it all, and they peek out from the Solist in hopes of finding any sort of peek here, but for that matter, majority of the attack is already inside the building, inside the house, and looking to cause even more damage. Railgun falls, 3 versus 2, Seal low on HP, but Jogor is the one to clean the house. The revolver rings out across the entirety of the building, 22 seconds. Deathmark as well coming on big. That is a lot of information, though. Moonlight falls. It's now a known entity. Moonlight manages to swing, but cannot out in 19 seconds to a minute. Then looks like it is going to be go time. This gunfight will be quite important here as well. Seal does get the better of Solomid, but MC does manage to reclaim control of Logi, making things a whole lot more difficult here for Daystar's attack as Souffle falls as well. All down to Uzuki and Jogor.
A monumental catastrophe for all gamers to not find this round. A really good setup from them at the start of this round to hold onto this master side. Jogor will be taken out, and finally control of Daystar. Unfortunately, all gamers weren't able to close out a few of those rounds with advantage, but
is going to be full-on ballsy with it as well, and nobody's contesting. There's nobody even watching that position as well at all, and now it's time for the push. They're completely lost in the sauce as to where the plan did go down, and that is the ultimate, the perfect play here. But Daystar now get to really sit back. They have the perfect position to play off the back off, and all of a sudden, the whole lineup of all gamers, and they're holding back, sudden backfired here. 23 seconds to go. Solomid fell. MC trying to fight back and in fact does claim Azuki. That's another one. Falls. 2 versus 2 all of a sudden is workable, but 14 seconds to go is not looking particularly too favorable. Dire straight with a vertical game to come on through, and that is it for map number 1. Daystar claim the first point. Curious to see how really will all gamers be able to really handle something that maybe it's, gives them time to their opposition, but
probably about 30% HP. Still has 1 C4 and one of his canisters in pocket, so should be able to keep one of these walls closed just for a bit longer. But Seal, while blind, able to find the kill onto Moonlight and a second onto MC. Finishing off that player. In the meantime, Yaz is down.
Yeah. C4 as well, unfortunately misses the mark. With already only 2 players remaining, 1 down. Yaz will be very much just a cannon fodder at best at the moment. Solomid will have to hold his position, but even that does falter through. Azuki can just pull through and push through for the... Looks like a bit of a Hail Mary drop down straight into the Animus as, Jogor for now will be left all alone. The push needs to come on through if there is any intention for the support, as Clash is now starting to work around as well. Let's not really particularly feeling too healthy. C4 to come on through. Is that going to be reaching? In fact, it will be. MC gets the better of Jogor. It's all down to Seal and Souffle, but the Clash is still being a thorn in the side, and Souffle is nowhere yet to be seen as he will need to claim the kill here. In fact, he does. 7 seconds, 6 seconds remaining. They need to reclaim the diffuser and get it planted, but as of now, this is all Dire Straits. Unfortunately,
we're working off vertical, but it does leave a lot of space downstairs for Daystar to work into. They just need to find a pocket of space where they can plant. MC has been taken low as well. Moonlight will trade one back. Azuki will find him, but now it looks like there's going to be a massive war on the top floor.
Yeah.
Brings us to a 2v2. Suzuki's actually taken out, so it's now to a 2v1. MC quite low. I think he's got a lot of work to do.
Ooh, 1v1. Front lines and sneaky snake coming on in, trying to bait out the swing, but absolute nerves of steel and exactly.
Surprised that they both were pretty aware of where each other were. Help his teammates on site.
Exactly that. 45-second mark now is upon us as the pulse is rotating finally back onto the side. In comes the push. That's the first blood drawn. MC gone. Now two people isolated just at the entry to the side. Railgun does get the better of Azuki, does get the better of Jogo as well. All of a sudden, 3v2 make it, well, just that. As Moonlight picks up the kill to Seal. Pecan and Souffle, isolated, have to really go through those choke points as well, and this is a problem and a half, though Picanzu does get the better of Moonlight. One player offside, one player onside, and with barely much of the HP to play around with, this could be a problem. Shots not landing properly at all. Souffle gets the better of him, and it's Soul down to Solo Mid, who is on a slither of HP here, and it doesn't look like much can be done, though. Could be the swing. He could potentially isolate it. No big movements as he did previously, but see if anything really lines up. Oh, the SMG-11 just misses the mark as well. It'll be a bit of a rough one for all gamers straight off the bat, as Solus is usually intended to be one of those late game roamers, and with MC gone as well, that's Yaz falls. It's a complete fall apart. The whole house of cards has just fallen. Daystar cleaning house here, and Solomid is left all alone to try to find at least a frag here, but Fuse already on the second occasion has been really able to displace quite a fair few spots as well, forcing some of the moves to happen. And now with only, well, actually 2 C4s still to go, maybe they will be able to start finally fighting back, though Daystar claiming one of the lives now does equalize the scoreline. Matter of fact, well, now puts the scoreline into their favor, 3 versus 4. For AG, any sort of man disadvantage so far has spelled very much of a demise for the most of the rounds. Though I say that, Yaz managing to get the better of Jogor as well. That's the Ash out of the equation. Another swing to come on through. Prepared and ready, locked and loaded. Azuki falls. Pull down to Seal. Time is running low. The plant needs to go down as C4 is starting to come on in. It's a double C4 as a matter of fact, but no time has to play this, and Yaz is the one to shut it all down. All gamers.
Mark for them on their defense. And this is where it gets a little bit trickier. We saw on Clubhouse it was really good, but there were moments where Daystar, or there were rounds where Daystar gave them all the map control. Start clearing out some of these positions with 45 seconds left. They don't have the utility really to be executing onto site.
Exactly that, with still quite a fair bit of utility on the meantime on the defense, though it is an absolute bloodbath entry from Moonlight directly onto the site. Does promise another set of frags. Double kill there, but it's a down, but it's a double for Souffle before he falls. 2 versus 2, 2 versus 1. Solo Mid is all that is left here against Picanzu and Azuki. Pecan being full HP. Does go in for the flank, coming in to the catwalk. Is it enough of a distraction from the smoke as Azuki is down? Another swing to come on through, 1v1. 10 seconds remaining. Has to go in for the push, has to go in for the aggression. Otherwise, has to be flustered. No, completely unaware. Decides to go in for the swing. In comes the push, and the Boss G does conclude the round.
Holes on the wall that he was looking for. It looks like he's just going to have to hold the flank.
Play for flank, play for the picks, and so is Moonlight as well. Jogo gets caught off guard as Daystar looking like they're gonna start trying to scramble to return back to the side. MC falls. Still though, plenty of numbers to go through. Spots yet another one, but Azuki all tagged up to all hell and will be denied every possible opportunity to survive and start reverting the time and making the timer play actually more so for themselves, as that's a down as well. Yaz out of the equation. Goodbye and see you later.
Yeah, the Boss G proving effective again. 40 seconds as the plant goes down, and Solo Mid now is pretty much in sight by himself. There's plenty of Vert as well, but Moonlight will find one onto Pika. That does make it a bit easier. 3v2. Solo Mid's tagged up. Moonlight as well. 25 seconds remaining.
5 seconds indeed. Seal desperately trying to find the angle here to get the frags going, but unfortunately just cannot find a single one of them. Souffle all alone as well, has to go in for the drop down. This is all looking very dire as right now. Yeah, Daystar certainly faltering here, and certainly not the best turnaround as the pistol.
For the rest of this round, MC in the meantime We'll get tagged up and we'll hit a really nice shot onto Pika. Railgun will follow up as well onto Seal. Rest of the 5v3, but we'll get traded back, Souffle.
The way as he's just trying his best to just re-swing and nailed him as well. Yaz showing once again up and ready to rumble. Problem being, Souffle still on the roam, still out on the loose. His position is made known and wiped out pretty quickly. It's all down to Azuki. Try to hold the fort. 50 seconds, 1 versus 4. We got to see already a 1 versus 3 back on Clubhouse. Wonder if the 1v4 will work out here as well, but it certainly looks like, yeah, the vertical is going to be a rough one.
There. Actually held their nerve. They held, understanding that the members of Daystar give it a point in this defense. Somebody's already made their way up garage stairs. I don't think they're aware of the player playing in rafters. Yeah, is able to find the kill, and it looks like they're going to go for a very fast entry into the side here. This Glaz is going to be able to look through these smokes, try to find some kills.
Already quite a fair bit of pressure as well. Already presence on the side, though. Equalized once again, 3 versus 3. Swing from the Glaz, coming on in towards the catwalk, but the catwalk has been actually completely retaken. So is the, well, the IT balcony as well. From Pikanzu would be nailing one of the attackers dead to rights, and the swing to bring on in. No, damage is just there. 1 falls, Pikanzu out of the equation. Azuki needs to assist his teammate as well, as the swing with the shotgun could be pretty deadly, but seems like in all of that, well, the plant will in fact go down. 1v2. No, it's a team kill as well, but amidst it all, it's all a potential finisher. Shotgun in hand. Oh no, rather, pardon me, the assault rifle, the L86. Moonlight playing that game of tango, trying to just force the engagement as just, it's a continuous risk. Is Souffle gonna stick it? Is it gonna be a play? Is it gonna be a swing?
Really power position for Jogor, but on such low HP, it should be relatively easy for the attackers to flash him out and start getting rid of this. There's only 40 seconds left to fully.
Yeah, with the Incandel as well going on in, Moonlight unfortunately is all blind and unable to take the gunfight. Another swing to come on through, but Railgun is the one to actually try to engage. Yaz picks up the kill on Cecile, and Moonlight falls. Daystar fighting through thick and thin to really keep themselves in the running, as Yaz is just trying his best to push his team over to the win, onto the map win. Souffle gets the better of Railgun. It's all down to the Dokkaebi, 1 versus 4. The shots are ringing out, but not enough.
I'll make a prediction, Cthulhu. I reckon if this goes to OT, Souffle could break the kill record.
Oh yeah, I'd wager on that one as well. Unfortunately for him, though, Souffle it does fall. So is Pecan. It is a very accelerated push here already from the get-go. Solo mid going in for yet another entry, as right now, yeah, things are looking very dicey. Shotgun does ring out for Jogo, but only for 1 frag. That's another one fall. That's another one bites the dust. AG just done that. All gamers are in fact gaming, and we are in fact going for map number 3. As look at that there.
It's Cafe map 3 winner into tomorrow's grand final.
Vinny, the Ying band, Daystar want that the flank is being watched, at least passively. So, minute 35 to go. First push starting to happen, and finally the frag does come on in. MC tagged to all hell as well, and Yaz is the one to fall.
No catch utility means really easily progress the rest of this attack now, especially the second kill onto the Azami. More of those barriers. Railgun will find one back, and a second onto Jogor. Almost finds a third. Will get taken out. Moonlight will trade one back, and Azuki will find one more. Becomes a 2v1. Moonlight.
Oh my. Moonlight unfortunately struggling for himself. Find the initial frag, find the safe zone as well to drop into, but it doesn't look like that is going to be the place, as MC is already looking to put in the dents. Azuki falls. Another one might be biting the dust very soon, though. Pecan does trade them all out. Safe entry is now wide open for the play. Smoke grenades dissipate as well. The plant is starting to go down. Will he be able to survive through the smokes? In fact, he will be, and the plant has gone down. Now it has the cover behind the chassis of the bomb, as the flank's starting to come on through. Now we're starting to get some play going, as Railgun picks up 1. Unfortunately, unable to find 2. But for the time being, AG are very much lacking the numbers, and the pre-fires are there. Pecan is the one to wrap it all up. Once again, we're kicking in a few openers. into the site to try to maybe get some crossfire running, but as it stands, spotted at just the right moment as Daystar claimed the two, Solo Mid and Railgun. Fortunately for them, they fall pretty rapidly, and AG not really finding much of the coverage, not much of the ground, though Moonlight is able to finally find some response, but it's not enough. It's still 2 versus 4, and so far all gamers have not been particularly well known for being able to clutch it all up in 1vx's, and certainly that seems to be the case here as Moonlight stuck between a rock and a hard place, though 1v2. I might be proving wrong here, Vinny, as he can't.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like all gamers trying to sort of expand on the areas of the map, which is why it probably becomes more important to really contest on entries rather than try to hard hold really key areas. It's going to be a really fast execute here.
Oh man, oh wow. Yeah, no kidding at all. Full on already inside the site, and now AG are scrambling for a rotation, but by then the damage has been dealt. The presence is already fully established, and Pecan, yeah, no, he won't be able to challenge with a pistol against the Blitz. And coming on through, we are looking to accelerate this so quickly on the side of Daystar, and in the meantime, all gamers are, finally starting to make the move.
Yeah, that Solar's paying dividends in the end.
Hello.
Seal just bucking his way into sight, or into the second floor, apologies. Trades come out for Moonlight. Souffle will find one back onto Moonlight.
Now they need to go and get the plan going as the Echo Drone will start rotating over. Is there enough? No. Okay, spotted the position. No pre-fires just yet. Any Echo Drones does get found as well. Souffle is now being able to cover. Now comes the rotation. Now they need to make it work, but unfortunately nothing sticks. All of a sudden, the timer has been flipped on its head, and now it's all in favor of Daystar.
Yeah, all gamers completely reliant on the utility there, opting to all go downstairs, but does allow Daystar to find a pocket to plant. Souffle going downstairs and able to find one kill. Finds a second as well.
Ooh.
MC will trade one back. And down to the 1v1.
Indeed. Position is unknown, but the diffuser now is being started. Now he has to find a shot, but not enough for the kill. 10 seconds to go, and there's the finish. Full push starting to come on in. Full entry. They're not really starting to slow down at any point, though Moonlight and Railgun do manage to get the frag each. Solomid gets the better of Seal. All of a sudden, the rush play here completely gets shut down. But
over towards Flower. Could prove to be the end of this smoke. Solo Mid just holding his nerve.
Oh yeah, that forced him out of the line. A 6th point for Daystar.
Yeah,
if anything.
Around that coffee freezer area towards the back. So yeah, once again, wouldn't be able to board. So looking to go for an aggressive drop down this skylight, especially with these smokes in play.
Very quick wrap up as well. Though Seal does get downed as well. Railgun is looking to make the entry. Pecan falls. It's all down to Souffle, as a matter of fact. 1v3, the buff has been now activated. Let's see if the Daystar representative will be able to let himself for any future gunfights. Right after that, 29 seconds will once again push to that 30 seconds execution, and the flashbang actually doesn't line up at all. Another drop down to come through, and that is also gets slaughtered. Pecan is doing some absolute work here, and the bits for the team. Another swing, another death. 2 versus 4. Daystar 2 rounds away from claiming the match point and potentially as well the series point. 6 seconds, 5, 4. The frag's still coming on in, but Moonlight is far from being close by. The timer just extended for a bit, but the Echo Drone wraps it all. Potentially lean into the idea of Raura being there to really push the play a little bit more, but oh my days, what a ballsy play there from
push into that cocaine area and start clearing out these freezer players, because they don't quite have the utility really to start clearing out these players now.
And are already a lot of the slowdown and a lot of the disruption. The Blackbeard is basically left all to his own devices here, and an attempt to try to make a play here does force the flashbang to be used up just to get rid of the gate as well. Finally, Solo Mid does manage to make it through. No C4, Azuki and Seal are all 2 remaining players, but we've seen it before and we've seen it again. No, this time a shutdown. It's all down to Seal.
To keep pushing along. This ban could be really helpful for them if they're able to find something that...
Rolling, but that swing onto the new hatch may prove to be a bit deadly, I feel.
Making their way through that main area. As 2 Rao going to come out, and the fuse is actually going to start sticking the plant. This Raura cam, Raura door. Provide a angle onto shop, down to the 4v3.
4v3 indeed, yeah. Already the C4 dealt so much damage as well as that down railgun. Here comes the finisher as well. Another swing to come on through. Clash has been activated. Yaz forced to fall back. Solo mid very much away. Jogor downed. Being is, yeah, it doesn't look like there's anyone that will be picking him up. And hello, that is a bit of a surprise present from Solomid to Seal, and it's all down to Yaz to try to find any sort of redemption, but it looks like it may just be it. Vinny, as drop down comes on through, shots coming in from the bar, but it looks like it is all over. Red Rover, Daystar are the ones to finally smite the onslaught of all gamers.